Tonight, we're peeling back the curtain on a corporate takeover that has left the music industry's old guard in a state of absolute panic. For 50 years, the hierarchy of the percussion world was set in stone, a multi-billion-dollar gentleman's club, where the same four names dictated what you heard on every radio hit and world tour. But as we stand here in 2026, those icons are crumbling. A mysterious newcomer, Sina Drum, has done the unthinkable. They didn't just compete. They effectively hijacked the global market share in under 36 months. Rumors are swirling about how a brand with zero legacy managed to dethrone legends, and the answers involve secret prototypes, aggressive litigation, and a technology that some experts claim shouldn't even exist. We've tracked the paper trail from their silent beginnings to the massive stage setups of today's biggest stars to find out if this is a genuine revolution or the most sophisticated marketing, SCM, in history. It started with a whisper in an underground forum, but it ended with a total market blackout. Our investigation begins in early 2024, when a series of unbranded matte black kits started appearing in high-end recording studios across Los Angeles and London. No logos, no flashy finishes, just a sound that engineers described as impossible. At first, the industry giants dismissed it as a custom boutique project, but the data tells a different story. Sina Drum wasn't founded by musicians. It was founded by a breakaway group of aerospace engineers who applied vibration-dampening tech used in fighter jets to the resonance of a drum shell. This was the birth of the hybrid V shell. While traditional brands were still arguing over the merits of maple versus birch, Sina was reportedly experimenting with a carbon-lattice weave that allowed for a shell thickness of just 2 millimeters without sacrificing structural integrity. The result was a kit that was lighter than a laptop but louder than a jet engine. Initial reports suggest that several major brands attempted to buy them out or shut them down before the public even knew their name. This wasn't just a new product. It was a Cold War in the making. The S logo eventually emerged not as a brand, but as a symbol of defiance against a pay-to-play system that had kept prices artificially high for decades. They tried to cancel the brand with a single photo, but the response was a masterclass in psychological warfare. By mid-2025, Sina Drum was the name on everyone's lips, which made them a massive target. A series of exposed videos began circulating, alleging that the company's affordable pricing was the result of unaliving the local economy by using sweatshop labor and substandard materials. The accusations were grave, suggesting legal violations that would have seen most companies shuttered by the authorities. For 48 hours, the brand's stock and its reputation plummeted. But what happened next is now studied in business schools as the glass wall strategy. Instead of hearing a legal team to issue a dry statement, the founders of Sina turned their entire manufacturing plant into a Big Brother-style livestream. Every station, from the CNC machines to the final polishing bays, was broadcast live to YouTube and Twitch in 24/7 high definition. They didn't just debunk the rumors. They turned their production process into the most-watched reality show in the drumming world. Viewers watched in real time as workers, paid well above industry standards, hand-finished shells with a level of precision that made the competition look like amateurs. It was a total SHT show for the rival brands who had allegedly planted the fake stories. By the time the stream ended a week later, Sina's pre-orders had tripled. They didn't just survive the controversy. They used it to prove they were the only clean brand left in the game. Behind the scenes, the legal B-ttling were becoming a bloodbath as superstars tore up their contracts. You have to understand the lock-in nature of music endorsements to realize how shocking the Sina exodus truly was. For decades, if you played for a Big Four brand, you were tied to them for life under ironclad legal THRATs. But in early 2026, we saw a mass departure that the industry still hasn't recovered from. It started with 3 of the world's top session drummers, men and women who had been with their previous brands for over 20 years, all resigning on the same day. Sources close to the situation suggest that Sina wasn't even offering them more money. They were offering a sonic advantage that the competition couldn't match. We've spoken to insiders who claim that the resonance sync hardware allows a kit to be tuned in seconds and stay perfectly in pitch regardless of temperature or physical stress. This tech was so superior that artists were willing to face LW suits and FNES just to get it on their stage. The old guard brands responded with aggressive litigation, attempting to block Sina from being used in televised performances. It backfired. The more the industry tried to censor the brand, the more the fans demanded to see it. Today, the S logo is no longer an underdog. It is a mark of the elite, and the brands that once laughed at them are now reportedly laying off staff as they struggle to keep their factories open. The latest innovation from Sina is being called cheating, and it might be the end of drumming as we know it. As we look toward the end of 2026, the conversation around Sina Drum has taken a dark, intriguing turn. Their latest release, the Neural Tone series, has introduced AI-integrated triggers that don't just record sound. They predict the drummer's next hit and adjust the tension of the drumhead in milliseconds. This has created a massive CLSH within the community. Traditionalists are calling for the tech to be banned from professional recordings, claiming it's the percussion equivalent of stir-ID use. They argue that the soul of the instrument is being murdered by algorithms. Meanwhile, the younger generation of creators is embracing it as a revelation, allowing for speeds and tonal shifts that were previously physically impossible. The controversy has reached such a effort pitch that there are rumors of a separate Apier category being created for music awards. Sina's response has been characteristically bold. We don't build instruments for the past, we build them for the future. Whether this is a SHC King evolution or a TRGIC end to craftsmanship is still being debated, but one thing is certain, the drum world will never be the same. The question isn't whether you'll play a Sina kit, it's whether you'll be able to find a traditional drum kit left on the market by the end of the decade.